thought somebody was standing beside me. It wasn't that lady. It was completely different.
Okay.
I'm there.
I'm there.
Thank you very much. Now, can you make that light go off again? Oh, you stop!
The HBI team are called to investigate a private residence where the owner has experienced possible paranormal activity. What will the team find in this old cottage that is over 200 years old?
I saw something move from the kitchen to the bathroom. We haven't had much in the front room barring bangs. Upstairs, my dog tends to sit up here. She'll sit looking down the stairs, tilting her head from side to side as if someone's talking to her. At about 11 every night, I usually get like a slap on the outside wall. My lad's mum, she can smell things, and she reckons she can smell it all the time when she's here.
That come and go.
Yeah, that come and go.
Yeah.
She has. I don't know what smell it is, but she has the smell that all these people.
And this bang that you hear
it's
is every night at a
pretty
certain
much at
time.
the same time, between 11 and 11.
Okay.
And there's nothing out there to make a noise.
Right. Okay.
And then I was in bed once, and I felt a hand across my back. That was pretty freaky. And then. Oh yeah, she loves. I wake up every night to knit to Lou about 1:30, 2 in the morning, and I've got the LED lights on the back of the TV, and they've got about a minute and a half delay from turning the telly off. And the amount of times I'll come downstairs and the lights are on but the telly's off, and then I think I was half asleep, so I don't know. I was going down the stairs at about 1, 2 in the morning, and the telly went off. The lights were on, but I thought it as if I'd caught them.
Okay.
But yeah, call her Greta.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's her name or not. I don't even know if it's a woman, but that's what I call her. And yeah, hopefully you find something.
Okay. And you had what you saw in the lounge.
Oh yeah, in the kitchen, it was almost like a blur. It wasn't an entity and it wasn't a silhouette, but it was like, yeah, it was just like a blur. I mean. You didn't see it, but you saw my face afterwards, didn't you?
Yeah, it was genuine. It was genuine scare.
And it just sort of went and then through. Because, yeah, this, I believe, was originally next door's land.
Right.
So that's next door. This part of the house is next door. I don't know how I've got it there, but...
Okay.
But
so
yeah,
you were sitting in the
I
lounge,
was sitting in the lounge,
and you saw
and I just
something
looked
move
up,
across.
and it just made me look across, and I just saw it wasn't even like a colour, it was just something. Hi guys, tonight we are in a private house in Shepshed in Leicestershire, United Kingdom. We've only got about half the team because it is a small location, and it's obviously a very old cottage, lots of beam ceilings. We're hoping for a good night tonight. It's obviously quite a tight place to investigate, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge for us. So I've been here a couple of hours or so, just having a coffee, and while the team have been setting up. My initial thoughts in this lounge area, I picked up on sort of residual energy of the guy who was making, I'm not sure whether it's brass or leather or some kind of he had some kind of fire and some kind of implement that he was hitting something with in this area. So obviously I don't know the history of this building, but that wasn't an active energy, it was kind of a residual, and it was in this vicinity in the room. And he was wearing like a brown sort of thing that you'd see a blacksmith wearing, like a brown apron, but I couldn't quite see exactly what he was producing. So try and look a little bit deeper into that if I can. Now there's lots of low beams as we go around and little steps and things. This is the kitchen area. I've not picked anything up in here yet. Seems fairly calm. And I've not been out in the garden yet. Are we going to go in the garden now?
Yeah.
This is a sort of a row of old cottages, isn't it? Some of them bigger, some of them smaller, and probably in the olden days there'd be probably quite a few different sort of businesses probably that they'd be used for, I would guess, because I guess it would be sort of like the old part of town. Is that right? Because I'm not really familiar with this part of Shepshed. Okay, rightio, we'll get down these steps again. When I came up here earlier into this front bedroom, it's kind of, the floor slopes down towards the window. It's a bit weird. There's a very prominent lady in here. We've already had some of the team like touched on their back, Hannah and I think Gemma as well, while they were up here earlier.
Beds once, and I felt a hand across my back.
I stood at the foot of the bed, and then all of a sudden something touched me between my shoulder blades, just prodded and moved the finger downwards on my back. So yeah, I'd only been in there a few seconds when it happened. Interesting already.
So there's a very prominent lady in here who's got a very young child with her. And I've seen her downstairs as well. She's moving about this property, watching us. She's got like a black dress on that kind of comes out a bit. It's a very olden style, and a very small child. She's got black hair that's kind of tied back. And she's been following us about while we've been setting up. She's not said anything yet. I'm not sure who she is. But she's been moving around the property, so she's not just fixed in one room.
Do you have a time frame for a period of what this lady would be from?
Well, a really old-fashioned dress.
Okay.
And hairstyle. So maybe.
What age would you say she is roughly?
Well, so she's got this young child, so she looks like she's sort of late 30s. Maybe early 40s, I'm not sure. But we're going back some time. Okay. Definitely.
And neither of these are active?
Yeah, she's
both active?
Both very active, yes. Very active.
Okay.
Like I said, she's been downstairs while we've been having a cup of coffee.
Right, okay.
And now we're coming to this back bedroom. I think the light switch is there. I saw there's a child that is crouched on the floor at the end of the bed. Female. She's very thin, and she's just sort of sat with her knees up and sort of like this. Looks very malnourished, shall we say, and quite a bit of sadness, really.
Okay.
So she is residing around here, and she's active as well. She saw me as soon as I came in.
Okay. So I'm guessing this is his son's bedroom. Would his son pick up on this, or would he not be aware of this?
Oh, I guess he must do.
Okay, so that might be something to ask him when I speak to him next.
I think she's got to make herself known in here, because she's right at the end of the bed, sat on the floor. It's the first thing I noticed when I walked in. She was there straight away.
Do you know why she might be distressed or in distress?
She's just very, very sad. She's like, there's a lot of unhappiness, and it feels like she's hungry, and yeah, it's sad. And I'm not sure that lady's related. I'm not sure that there's a relation there. I
Okay,
think
so
it might be
this could be
different.
from another
I think it
time.
might be a different time because this lady hasn't interacted at all with this child.
Right, okay.
So,
Are you aware that they're both in here, or...?
I haven't seen any awareness at the
Okay.
moment. So, I mean, that lady I've seen upstairs and downstairs, but I haven't seen her come in here yet. So
Right,
we'll see if she interacts later.
okay.
Yeah, it's just she's got very thin arms, and she just looks sad. She's not interacted with me as such, but she knows that we're here. So.
Okay. Anything... So this lady then, with this child,
Yep.
would she move
So-
up and down the
So
stairway?
I've seen her come down the stairs.
Okay.
She's been down the stairs more than once. She's been sort of halfway down the stairs watching us, and then she's been down around in the lounge while we've been sitting around chatting. Standing either behind Gemma or by the front door. So she's moving around this whole building really, but she's not been in this room yet. So I'm not sure if it's her that's been touching, or whether it's the child, or. But like I said, it's a very small child, so it's probably unlikely that they'd be where Gemma and Hannah said that they were touched.
Right, okay.
Probably more like an adult. Yeah. So we've heard some female voices while we've been setting up that we can't quite work out where they've come from. Several of the team members have already reported that.
So before coming to this property tonight, I did a little bit of research in the family, because this is actually an old family property and belonged to my ancestors, and there's a lot of oral history associated with it. One thing that's known about this place is that many years ago it used to actually be a blacksmith's forge. It's also been a priest house and a beer house as well at one point. So very interesting. And Steve didn't know any of that.
And you picked that up, Steve, just there before Hannah's even mentioned this.
Like I said, the first thing I saw when I came into this room, when we'd literally just arrived, was this guy with the brown apron, like a blacksmith would wear.
Yeah. Hammering something.
Hammering
you said,
something.
yeah.
I could see a fire, but I couldn't quite work out what he was actually making. I couldn't quite see it clearly. I wasn't sure, but it was like a blacksmith would do. But I'm thinking, well, would this have been a blacksmith? I wasn't sure, but he was very clear. This is where he was, and this is what he was doing, making something, and there was fire involved. So I knew that, but I couldn't quite see what he was forming.
So the fishmonger's step outside isn't actually...
According to oral history, from what we know about this house, it was never a fishmonger's. So I don't think that's original, and it is actually pointed the wrong way as well.
They're facing the wrong way. If
Yeah.
you look at, because the steps outside, it says fresh fish daily, but the actual wording is facing the house, not facing away. So you wouldn't put flagstones that have got words on facing towards the building. You'd face them so your customers would see it coming up the steps.
There was a
But they're the
fishmonger's
wrong
in
way
the
round.
marketplace, so I just
Yeah.
wonder whether it was just taken from there as a bit of history and placed down there instead.
Could have had
Okay.
stuff that's been reclaimed.
Yeah,
and
it will have been reclaimed,
yeah.
definitely.
So we're going to do a vigil in the back bedroom. Obviously, I've picked up a young girl on the foot of the bed who seems quite malnourished and hungry and quite sad. I can't see her at the moment. She's not there at the moment, so she's obviously coming and going. So we'll do a bit of a vigil and see what we can pick up. There's a lot of sort of taps and touches on a lot of the team tonight. We've already had several coming upstairs, so that's quite interesting. There's obviously quite a bit of activity. It's suddenly going very cold on my right arm.
This arm.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lady coming in. Okay, let's get filming. Oh, freezing. Bloody hell. Okay, so we've got a REM pod on the end of the bed. We've got REM pod teddy bear at the foot of the bed on the floor where I've seen the young girl. So we've got an audio recorder and just when we were just getting the camera ready a second ago, I've got this really freezing cold feeling on my right arm. Just went straight through me as well. But the lady that I've seen around the house has come to the doorway, standing in the doorway at the moment. She's come to see what we're doing. I've not had a welcome feeling from this lady. Oh, we've got some. Is that downstairs or upstairs?
That's downstairs.
All down here. None of us are moving at all.
Okay.
Okay, that's the ball over there.
That's the ball down here. None of us are moving at all.
So the ball that flashes has just gone off downstairs. Nobody's actually moving down there. The other team are sat down there really quiet while we're doing a vigil up here. So this lady has come to the doorway, and like I was just saying, she hasn't made me feel unwelcome, but then again she's not welcoming either. It's kind of a neutral feel. She's not smiling at me or anything, but I can feel the temperature dropping around me, and I know that she's very close by. I can see her. She's got this black hair that's tied right back and a dark dress. She's very inquisitive of what we're doing here. Obviously she knows that I can see her. I haven't got a name at the moment. We'll see if I can get a name from her. She's not got the child with her at the moment though. She is in the front bedroom.
Okay.
So let's see if we can ask her some questions.
Do you want me to roll on the EVP?
Okay.
Okay, we're recording.
Okay, so the lady that's here with us, can you tell us your name? Okay, I've kind of got a name in my head, I'm just working that out, so I'll come up with that in a minute. It begins with an A. Anyway, it sounds like Agatha or something like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Okay, so did you live here? Do you mind us being here tonight, doing what we're doing? How many of you are there here? Can you tell us what year it is? How many children do you have? Is the young girl that's in this room that I've seen, is she your child?
You want to play that back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rob, you got the torch in, mate. Sorry, mate.
When I asked how many people lived here,
Yeah.
I got 7 in my head.
Okay.
The team get no EVP from the calling out session. However, just as they are listening back to the audio, the team, sitting quiet downstairs, notice that the backlights on the TV, which is switched off, suddenly turn on. Sadly, the static cam is facing away from the TV, and the infrared light eliminates any light play caused by the backlights. Here is the footage of the team reacting to the lights turning on. Also, this was one of the experiences the owner has had before.
Was that light come on around the telly that shouldn't come on?
Babe! Yeah? The backlight's just come on the TV.
Right.
That is something that happens. It shouldn't do. Angelo told me that should only happen when the TV comes on.
Well, it's still on.
It's just done it. It's just gone on its own.
Yeah, it shouldn't do that.
And it's illuminating that corner, isn't it?
By the TV.
Do you want me to spin the camera round and show it?
Yeah.
I bet you'll be able to see it, won't you? The light.
You'll be
It's
gone
gone
off.
Okay.
It sounded like it switched off.
Angelo says that happens quite regular and it shouldn't happen.
I've got the LED lights on the back of the TV, and they've got about a minute and a half delay from turning the telly off. And the amount of times I'll come downstairs and the lights are on but the telly's off.
That was a knock.
That was my stomach.
Was it?
Well, it made a noise then, definitely.
Your stomach sounds like a knock, Lynn.
Oh my god, 1.4 on the mail. 1.5.
Okay, thank you. If that's you affecting the device in Lynn's hand over here.
Do you want to film that, Jem? Can you see it from there? 1.2, it's just started to drop. 0.8, it's 0.6, it's going down.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Just
If
going
that
to
was
stand
you.
back over there where you were. Let's see if it does it again.
It's going up again. Is there something over here then? 0.2. 0.4. Is this the electric cupboard? Can I open it?
No, it's a wardrobe.
Oh.
There isn't Narnia behind there either.
Okay, thank you.
That's
If
back
that
to
was you that
zero
went
again.
close to Lynn then, we really appreciate that. Perhaps you'd be able to let us see you. We have a device over here that's pointing towards the door, and if you come and stand in the doorway next to me, we should be able to see you on screen, or at least an outline.
No, with us being here, you think that would get warmer, but it's actually dropping.
Yeah.
Would you be able to come and stand in the doorway for us at all, please? Or walk into this room if you're not in here already, or walk out of the room if you are.
That was your stomach, wasn't it?
No, that was out there.
No, that was coming from your direction.
No, it wasn't me. Not
That's
that
what I
time.
kept hearing.
Now, the last time we said this went up. That definitely wasn't my stomach that time.
If that's you making those noises,
It's like
thank you
this
so
way,
much.
show a
But
bit
would you
further
be
this
able to
way.
do something else
You were a
for
bit
us,
further this
please?
way, that's it.
Could you perhaps bang on this door or bang on a wall for us?
That was me.
Oh,
What?
there's a weird beam of light then.
Where, darling?
just above. I've got it pointing to just above the male meter, and it went. There was like a strange light that went, but it was like a long thin light.
Upon analysis, the light that Jem had seen on the camera screen was just lens flare from the infrared lights in the room.
I understand that one of the gentleman that lives here, he regularly can feel you. He can feel you touch his back sometimes, and I felt you touch my back earlier too. If that was you, could you perhaps show us that you're here by moving the ball on the bed, please? You only have to move it a little bit, just touch it, and the lights will flash to let us know that you are here.
What was that?
Did you hear
I
that?
heard that, yeah.
Like a woman.
The team hear what sounds like a woman humming. The cam mic just picks this up. Here's the footage again with enhanced audio.
What was that?
Did you hear
I
that?
heard that, yeah.
Like a woman.
What was that?
Did you hear
I
that?
heard that, yeah.
Like a woman.
Should we move across to the next room?
Can do.
Yeah, we'll do a quick one in there and then we'll swap over with the boys.
How do you go here? Just move that back there.
Oh, hello.
That can't have been me, can it?
No, I think it was.
What happened?
I thought it was the bear.
No. No. Is it still in the corner of the room? Yeah. Ask for the little girl.
Oh, is that the little girl? Can you touch it properly for us so that it lights up pretty for us? Can you go closer to the bed? Do you want to touch it?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
it
that
did it
was
then.
brilliant. That's it. Go and touch it. See the pretty lights? Good girl. Go on, go closer. That's wonderful. Can you touch it a bit harder?
It's going.
Oh, you are.
Lynn, move, because what they'll say is that we're getting too close to it.
Okay, it was just to see if the mail went up.
Both feet, that's it. Go on, keep going. Go on, the closer you get to that bear, the more lights light up. That's
That's
it.
lovely. Oh, give it a big hug. It loves being hugged.
This teddy bear has a REM pod built into it. This device emits its own electromagnetic field. If this field is broken, it activates by making a noise and lighting up. The team used this device wherever there could be the spirits of children present, in the hope they will interact with the teddy bear.
That's it.
Well done, darling.
Oh, he's a lovely teddy.
Can you make him light up even more? Can you really move him? Give him a squeeze.
Try and get his hands to light
That's
up
it.
as well.
Well done. Could you perhaps come and touch this red one next to me as well, darling? Would you mind? I know it's not as cute as a teddy bear, but it would show us that you're here with us. If you just move towards this red light as well.
I wonder if it's because this little girl, because it's a little girl. Maybe it's because we're all ladies and
Yeah.
there's no
no men.
gentlemen.
Is that what it is, sweetheart? Do you prefer ladies?
You don't have to be scared about the gentlemen downstairs. They're really nice. They're all very friendly.
Nobody's here to hurt you at all.
And the fact that's never gone off while the men were up here is
No.
great.
And then the EMF's going up now as well, isn't it? 13.4 went slightly.
Yes, it has gone up.
Went from 13.3 to 13.4. Why don't you use some more of our energy, darling? Feel free to take it and use as much of it as you want.
Okay.
What?
That's it.
That's stronger.
It is.
That's it.
That
Take
is
some more
stronger.
of our energy. That's it. You use as much energy as you need, just to prove to us that you're here. And for all those people out there that don't believe as well.
Give it one big hug. One big squeeze on the teddy bear.
Where have you gone? Come back. Can you come back and play with the bear again?
Maybe you could move closer to this red light for me, darling. Look, if I move towards it, this is what happens. You can make pretty lights come on. Do you want to try it? Where have you gone, sweetheart? What's your name? Come and tell us your name.
Right, shall I take?
Shall we go into the other room where the camera is at least on us so Lee
Yeah.
can see that we're not moving around if
Yep.
anything
True.
happens?
Oh, thank
well
you.
done.
Okay.
Oh, you like that, don't you? Is it recording?
Should be. I've not turned it off.
There you go. Bless you. There you go. You can play with that one. You're all right. Go and play with it. That's fine.
Well done. There's another one in the bed, on the bed in there as well, if you want to go and play with that one too.
Right, do you want to come in with me and play it? See if you can light that one up as well. Can you light that one up as well? Is that the bear?
It's the REM pod, it's me moving the bed.
Ah,
That's not her.
That's not you though.
No. All that.
Lynn, back.
coming back.
Back. What the heck?
Thank you, if that's you doing that. You
Let's
see
see
how
how
there's
Try and do another light. See if you can get another light going on it.
maybe give me a blue one. Can you get me a blue light instead of a green one? What is it doing? I've never seen it do that before.
Did it like that when we were somewhere else, when we were having all the REM pod activity. The
The
I just
Guildhall.
felt something move under the bed.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm really not kidding. Something literally, it was almost like it pushed up and touched my bottom. Under the bed. It's just done it again.
Is that REM pod? Just put your hand near the REM pod
It's
again.
gone out.
It's gone off.
It's gone
Battery.
off.
The
Oh.
battery's drained.
Do you want to check?
Have you got a torch?
I don't know how to use your torch.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, is that your foot? I
Yeah,
hope
that's
it
my
was.
Were they fresh batteries? Still in the on position. Let me try it again.
Oh, it must be a flat battery then.
It's got to be a flat battery.
Okay, we'll check that out.
Right, we'll get the battery changed. Do you want to take that down? Shall we take that down?
What?
What?
That's me.
Something's
Is the REM pod
something's
got a
moving under
new
the bed
battery?
again. Guys, something's moving under the bed again. I swear to God, so it's like almost, you know when a child kicks the back of your chair?
Yes, I get
If you're
that.
playing? It's almost doing that on my bum
What?
cheeks.
What is going on? I'll try changing the battery on the RAM pod because that shouldn't do that.
I've switched it off now. Take it downstairs with us in a minute.
Do you want to ask some questions, Rob?
What are the lottery numbers for next weekend?
That's my tummy.
If we get an answer to that, I'll want the recording, okay? So, is there anybody up here who would like to talk to us? We come with the greatest respect, we mean you no harm. We would just like to know your story. So if there's anyone here, could you tell us your name? Could you tell us how old you are? Could you tell us what year you think it is?
Stomach.
Tummy.
Could you tell us who you think the king or queen is? Could you tell us how many people are in this room? We have a number of little devices around here which won't cause you any harm, but they will help us to understand if you're here. So if you say anything, we should be able to hear it.
If I told you that the year at the moment is 2021 or 2021, what year do you think it is? Can you tell us how old you are?
Saw a light next to Jem then.
Huh?
Saw a light next to you then, Jem.
I was telling her the breeze on my face just before you said that.
On your left side or right side?
Right side there.
And that's funny, all around the same time. You know, I said to you I saw a black orb, if you like, above the screen. Again, I just saw it at the same time you said that. Again, it wasn't on the screen, it was naked eye. Which doesn't make sense because if it's black I wouldn't see it.
Well, it'd be darker.
Because it's dark, exactly.
Ow! 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 Ow!
What's the matter, darling?
Right.
What's touching you?
I just felt like something really sharp in the back of my neck.
After Lynn finishes speaking about what she has seen and seconds before Jem reacts to the pain in her neck, the cam mic picks up a strange, deep noise. This almost sounds like a kind of deep grunt or growl. Could this noise be linked to what happened to Jem seconds after? When the team look at Jem's neck, 3 scratch marks start to appear. You can clearly see that nothing is behind Jem to cause these marks. This remains unexplained.
Which doesn't make sense because if it's black I wouldn't see it.
Well, it'd be darker.
Because it's dark, exactly.
Ow! 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 Ow!
What's the matter, darling?
Do you want me to come and have a look with the camera?
Like really sharp. and it's hot. They're saying how cold I am. I can just
torch.
feel the back of my neck.
Yeah, try the view. Can you take
Oh
that?
yeah, it's warm.
Hannah, shine on her neck.
Can't see anything on there at the moment.
But I felt something, and then it like, you know, if somebody got a needle and they pushed it into the back of your neck.
No, I've seen a light flash out in the kitchen.
Maybe better have a look with the lights on, Jem.
Do we have a look, see if there's anything on your neck?
I think we should before it goes on any longer.
That hurt.
Oh, got like a little red mark
You've
there.
got a mark on your neck.
Yeah, you have. You've got a little red mark. I don't know if you can get it with this camera, but there's 2 red marks there.
Shall I take a photo?
Yeah.
Let's go and get my camera.
Is that where it was that I touched you, Gemma? Yeah. You've got a little red mark there. Yeah, you can see there's like 2 scratches, can't you? Who was it that did that to Gemma?
I know when we were talking about pins and needles earlier on, and that was a sensation. It didn't mean you had to prick me with one, because that really hurt.
It's got colder in here again,
It has.
guys.
I've gone colder.
Yeah, it has. Even I've gone goosebumpy.
Well, and if that's you, if somebody's trying to make themselves known, then tell me who you are.
After these events, the cottage goes quiet. It isn't until the team are packing up in the front bedroom in the early hours that the spirits of the home have one last thing to say, to let us know that they are there and they are listening. Rob is telling Hannah his laptop password, while the SB7 spirit box is running. As Rob says the password, he asks Hannah if she can guess the final number. As Hannah jokingly says the number 4, at exactly the same time, the SB7 device also says the number 4, as in direct response.
No, Hannah just went to bed for me.
I thought it stopped. Okay.
No. Okay, laptop boots up, password very easy. 1, 2, 3. Can you guess the next number? That's the one. Did it say 4 as
It
well?
sounded like it, didn't
It
it?
did, yes.
Did you hear that? I did.
Can you guess the next number? That's the one.